It's the Razzle Dazzle in this YouTube. So we're going to have 7 days of Christmas with the Razzle Dazzle. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go and holler at all the new players, and talk to them and let them know what's good and, explain each kind of officer for the next 7 days. Today I'm going to cover. I had an officer with Panda in one of my previous videos, but we're going to be covering StormBow. And on this particular video, before I go into it, I'm going to cover basically who he is, what he does, how does he affect you, and what his breakthrough skill is, as well as his 6-star attributes, what to look out for, what not to look out for. But before we go into doing that, I need you guys to subscribe to my channel, like my video, share my video among the new players, because this is going to help out our new player population. As you all know, I am the Razzle Dazzle. I am your host. I am the guy. You can call me the Messiah of this game, because that's basically who I am. There's nobody in this game that knows more about it than I do. Builds, formations, officer guides, razzle dazzling. That's what I specialize in. I am #1 under the sun in this. And there is nobody, and I reaffirm this. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in very large quotes, right? There is absolutely nobody that knows more about that side of the game, this particular side of the game, than me. So you've reached the right channel, and you're basically going to get educated here. And before we go any further, again, just make sure you share this video around and make sure that, you let the new players and all your buddies know about it, because I'm going to be coming out with a different guide every day for the next 7 days, describing each war officer, and then I'll trickle into somebody else. If you guys support my channel, like my stuff, and want to donate, this is my user ID, 3770928. And you want to donate camel, the blue coin to it, you can do that. You can do that there. It'll come up as Raziel on there of 374. And I hope this video helps you out. So with that being said, we're using my buddy Bella's castle for this explanation, because I just used my rampant smasher on my own on somebody with my other castle. So I'm actually logged into a different castle right now. So StormBow, who is he? How does he help you? Why is he important? What does he do? And what will he accomplish for my fleet, and how can I become stronger by having him? So StormBow is actually a war officer that you can find at the bottom of your officer list. He's a more common officer. He's not really as rare as Zeus or Alexandria or the other ones of those drill masters and stuff, but he's pretty more common. You can find his fragments typically in the exchange shop sometimes. To get him up there is a Tifa right there. It's awesome. And you'll get him in the elite recruitment packs. You'll get your typical Kingsley and things like that. And then you'll be able to star him up over time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys, what he does, break him down specifically so that you don't have any questions about him. And I'll discuss, I'll dab a little bit on the build that you might be going for, and, how he will affect you, So first off, he's a health-based officer, which means that he helps you with health, and he helps you with defense. And if you look at the second line where it says advanced endurance, all troops defense and HP is 40.8%. When you star him up and you level him to 55, that is the max amount of percentage you can get out of him that basically affect all of your troop types, which is your melee, your mid row, which is mid range, your zombies, and your back row. It helps out in nation and in cross nation. Okay, what's cross nation, Raz? What is that? What is that? It is basically anything that you see whenever you see people from different uranium mine. It could be in the uranium mine. It can be It can be Void, Frenzy, just different cross-nation events. It is a permanent stat attribute, and it is reflective directly in your stat sheet. So if we go to my friend Bella's here, you'll notice that her long-range HP is 808%. Her melee HP is 1181%. And, you know, same thing with mid-range health. Let's see, where is it at? There it is. Mid-range HP is 521. Now, StormBow affects all this, including the zombies. Okay, so if you go down to increase, where are you? There we go. Biochemical zombie HP, 836.5%. All right. So he helps out all that. He also helps out on defense across the board as well. He's the type of officer that you typically have to focus on carefully and tread carefully, because there's things that you need to look out for with him. So when you start starring him up, okay, that means when you get the little fragments that come out, or you have enough fragments to star him up, the effects of what his his special is, which is advanced endurance, it gets magnified, including, now remember, this is very important, so listen here, including each skill that's in each skill that line that he has, like for example, melee HP, long range HP, and long range attack HP. As you can see in the long range attack, because this is a long range build here, this is not a mid range, but this is a long range. He gets, like, you get 51% in long range attack. Long range expert is a division of attack and HP, which is 25.5. It splits it. And then melee HP, which is 51%. So this is adding additional health attributes to the to your build and your stat sheet. Now, why is that important? Well, as you know, whenever you're starring up your officers and you're leveling them up, the higher the level, the greater the effect, the harder you hit, the more you survive with him. Okay, but he also helps you with attack, because you long range attack and long range expert, so you actually get more attack power whenever you star him up and level him. Now, with that being said, eventually, once you get to the 5th star, which is the max effects right there, when you get to 5 star and level 55, you've reached the max amount of damage on the lines that you see right there, which is attack, long range expert. So it'll be maxed right there, but you can take it a step further. The game will ask you if you want to unlock the rampant smasher or the 6-star attributes. Okay. Now, what is rampant smasher? Rampant smasher is basically, you get to pick a city, and then you use this on them so that they can take increased damage to their city. So that means that before you hit them and you use this, they're going to intake 20% more damage to their troops. This is a one-time thing that you can use. The problem with this is it's a one-time use only, and I'm going to show you. So we're going to try it out here. So I just used it right here with my actual with my main account. But I'll go ahead and once you unlock Rampant Smasher, it'll appear at the bottom right, and you can use it. So let's go ahead and use this on somebody. There we go. We'll use it on Gong's farm. So once you click on it, it'll give you an option. Okay, do you want to use this? Yes, I do. Select a member of it. Okay, cool. Now it's going to give me the option of a Rampant Smash or cancel. Okay, so we're going to use it. So now if I hit this city, it's going to intake more damage, and I'm going to allow it to hurt it even more when I hit it with myself or with a team attack. The effects seem like they're going to last for 12 hours on this castle, and then it'll reset. The problem with this skill is once you use it, it's gone for almost 5 days. So that's 4 days, damn near 5 days. So that's the cooldown time for it. So if you're building StormBow, in my opinion, and you know that my opinions are really awesome because I am the Messiah of this game, I would open up his 6 stars and getting his Rampant Smasher, because other people are going to get it, and you can always use it with other people. The 6 star is added stats that reflect on your stat sheet. You have something called In Nation, and then you have something called Cross Nation. In nation are skills like this one, for example, increase HP of melee troops. That's right there. That's in nation. So you're getting 12.2% additionally added to your melee HP, and that's reflective on your stat sheet. You can also see this percentage increase in your cross nation stats. So let's go ahead and jump on this really quick. So so let's see. This is the, so if you notice, excuse me, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm doing this video to try to help people out. The cross nation effects, immediately you'll see it in the uranium mine. Now, if you notice, this is what it says right there: melee HP, and it's at 1100%, right? But that's because cross nation is effective. It's effective right there. But if I hit in nation, right, and I go ahead and hit this castle right here, I'll go ahead and use, well, I don't want to use Bella Speed, but I'll try to do it a little bit. I'll just use one. So I'll go ahead and show you an in-nation stats. Just to show you. All right, cool, done. So if you notice, my melee HP is lesser in nation. My health is lesser across the board, and even on my zombies, on my melee HP, my LR HP, my mid-row HP. It's lesser here. This is because I am in nation right now. When I go into cross nation, my cross nation attributes are you see them. They turn in. They become effective then. So let's see. Let me go ahead and hit somebody else. So we'll try Jealous for right now. So we'll leave Jealous alone for right now. We'll try this guy. So let's see. Cool. All right, let's try this out. So I lost. That's fine. So let's see. Here we go. So if you notice, it activates right here. So 1166.6. So this is what it is. This is the difference between cross nation and in nation. Okay. So now that I've covered cross nation and in nation, we're going to dive into StormBow's 6-star attributes. Now, one more time, if you're listening to this guide and you're giving people ideas of how to improve, and you listening to me, you're going to want to go for his 6-star over the Rampant Smasher, because I find that the Rampant Smasher is it's useful, but I don't think it's a priority. I think that it's a waste of frags at the beginning, especially when you're trying to become strong. I think it's always better for StormBow to go ahead and get the 6-star instead. Now that we're at the 6-star attributes, this is the line that you start opening up. Every time you star up, it costs about 56 fragments, I believe it is. I think it's 56. 56 fragments to star up, I believe. I might be wrong. Let me double check this just to make sure. So let's see. Yeah, 58. I'm sorry. 58 fragments, I believe. Am I right on that? Let's see. Let's see. Shoot, it might be, it's between 56 to 50. I think it's a little bit more for the Drill Masters. So I believe it's 56. I believe the number is 56. So it takes 56 fragments to open up the 6-star attributes. Each time you want to open up another star of the 6-star, it costs another 56 fragments. So remember that. These stats can differ from in-nation to cross-nation. Okay, so as you saw before, the cross-nation effects are like the uranium mine, void, frenzy, global conquest, things like that. In-nation, it does both. It does in-nation, you'll feel it in-nation, you'll feel it in cross-nation, except the effects are a lot lesser than cross-nation. So if you look at melee HP right here, it's 12.2%. Then you have, that's single S, okay? Then you have increased HP of melee cross nation. Now, if you notice, it's about almost 8, a little over 8% more because it's cross nation. That's also for for different other skills. Like, for example, increased attack of long range troops in the Cross Nation. Now, if you guys want to know the difference between S, double S, and triple S, I do have a separate video in my channel that you can go ahead and look that explains single S, double S, and triple S. But we'll go over that. You know, you can go ahead and look at that, and that'll answer all your questions between that. So we're gonna dig a little deeper, okay? Now, this is the meat right here. This is what I like to call the meat. These are all the skills that you typically get for, you know, StormBow. You know, I've never seen green. I feel like Camel messed this up, but I think it's typically, I see a lot of blue, so you have to be really mega lucky to see green. So you'll get some blue skills, you'll get purple, and then you'll get the gold ones, which is single S, double S, and triple S. But for now, we'll cover the we'll cover as if it's like, you know, an S skill. Okay, so we'll cover all the skills right here, what they do, and what are the ones that you want to look out for the most. Okay, so you have melee defense right there. You have melee HP. You typically will have the Cross Nation melee HP as well, because it's right there. Let's see, 1 second. So mid-range defense, mid-range attack, mid-range HP, long-range defense, long-range health, and then you also have long-range health Cross Nation. So for these skills, you also have them in Cross Nation. And you have increased attack of long-range troops. If you're a long-range build, this is a very important skill to get. If you're a mid-range build and you want to get the increased attack of mid-range troops in Cross Nation battles. Now, going back into the list, you'll start seeing something very tiny right there. It says reduce damage taken from mid-range troops. This is a very important skill for people that are having problems with mid-rangers. I would totally have that in my 6-star of my StormBow, because it definitely reduces the damage of the mid-range troop that you typically take. And where's that stat at, Raz? Where does it show? So if you look down here, it'll say reduce damage taken from mid-range troops. It's at level 55.5%. That is what you get when you get it on your equipment and you max it on your equipment. But if you add it on StormBow, it can go all the way up to 85.5%. So that's if you have triple S's on both of them. You typically can get that from StormBow, and you can get that from Panda, yeah, which I covered that in my previous video. So now going back down, you'll see zombie attack boost, zombie attack defense, zombie attack health. Now that's in nation. So this is going to affect in nation, and it'll affect in cross nation. Now this is something that people typically get mixed up on. City attack troops, city defense, city troop defense, and city troops health. What is that? What does that mean, Raz? Does that mean that all of my troops that are in my city increase stack? Yes. If you get the city troops attack, this increases the attacks of all of your troops in your city. Same with defense and same with health. It's very similar to Siege. It's actually the opposite version of Siege. Siege is when you attack somebody's castle and these skills take effect. Like, for example, Siege attack, Siege defense, Siege health. But city troops is a little bit different because it's if somebody hits you. Now, I don't find those three particular skills important unless you're building a trap city. Then you can probably do something like that, but I don't really prioritize it in an attack city because you're not going to see those stat attributes. It doesn't reflect on your castle when you're attacking somebody. You don't see it in the uranium mine as well. So that means that it's only going to take effect when somebody else hits your city, whether it's cross nation or in nation. Whoever hits your city was going to feel the effects of either city troop attack or defense or health. But yeah, I don't want to prioritize that. I'm not going to call those skills trash because some people like to be trap cities. So, but I wouldn't prioritize it if you're an attack build, whether you're mid-range attack, a melee attack guy, or a long-range attack build, or you're hybrids, which is what I am. Now we're going to get into the Cross Nation, which is Cross Nation Battle Melee Attack. Obviously, it increases your melee's attack in Cross Nation only. Now remember, it's Cross Nation only. All these skills are basically for Cross Nation attack, Cross Nation events, and this is only going to be reflective whenever you are in Cross Nation. One more time. So going down, you'll start seeing, you know, cross-nation attack and cross-nation defense for zombies and attack for zombies. And then you have something called defense tower damage. Now, that's also another skill that's a very defensive skill for your city. Now, what is that, Raz? Defense tower damage is basically this these towers right here, which is defense tower on the right. It increases the damage of this. So when somebody hits you and you see a little rockets, somebody hitting you and stuff like that, the machine guns, the rockets, the high energy tower, and the bomb launch pad, that increases the damage across the board. It's probably one of the least amount of skills that are used in any city that I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody really use that. So that covers basically the 6-star of the StormBow. When you're building him, like I said before, I would skip Rampant Smasher. I mean, it is a cool fancy skill whenever you're doing attacks, but it's only a very limited use skill. So just focus on getting the 6-star and increasing your you know, your stats across the board that way. Then you can get the Rampant Smasher or whatever after that, after you get all the other statistics off of that. So that's basically the guide right there. I really appreciate you guys watching my channel and stuff like that. I'm going to be coming out with more stuff. This is the true guide for StormBow. It's a shout out to all the new players that are probably starting to watch my stuff. Like I said before, if you support my channel, like my stuff, subscribe to my stuff. If you want to donate the AOZ coin, you can. If you want to donate and support this channel, you can. I really appreciate you guys watching me. Every day I'm going to come out with a new video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And have a great day. This is the Razzle Dazzle, the Messiah, signing off.